In celebration of Mother's Day, Till by Bell presents Dame Gothel, the Misunderstood Mother. Part 1. A long time ago, in a tall tower secluded in a deep forest, lived an enchantress named Dame Gothel. Despite her mastery of magic, there was one thing she could not conjure: a child to call her own. Her heart ached with an unfulfilled longing, a longing that only deepened with each passing year. One day, an old couple moved into a cottage near Dame Gothel's tower. The woman, Ariana, pregnant with her first child at the age of 60, fell gravely ill. The villagers whispered that only Dame Gothel's magic could save her. Desperate, the husband Frederick sought out the enchantress's aid, begging her to heal his beloved wife. "Please, Dame Gothel," Frederick pleaded, his voice trembling with fear. I don't know where else to turn to. My wife is fading before my eyes." Dame Gothel studied the man before her, her gaze unreadable.
"And what will you offer me in return for my assistance?"
Frederick clutched his hand tightly, his eyes brimming with tears. "Anything," he whispered. "I would give anything to save her." Dame Gothel's lips curled into a knowing smile.
"Very well," she said. "I will save your wife, but in return your firstborn child will belong to me."
Frederick's heart sank, the weight of Dame Gothel's words sinking in. But faced with the prospect of losing his beloved wife, he knew he had no choice. "I agree," Frederick finally said, his voice barely above a whisper. "Save her, please." And so, under the cover of night, Dame Gothel cast her spells and designed a powerful potion that could save Ariana's life. Before Dame Gothel passed the vial to Frederick, she said,
"Remember, when you see your baby's hair turn gold, that's the sign that our deal is sealed forever. Should you decide not to keep your side of the bargain, your wife shall die."
Months passed, and the couple welcomed a beautiful baby girl with brunette locks into their arms. They named her Mirabelle, which signified a miracle, as they never expected to have a baby at such an old age. They were so thrilled, but unfortunately, their happiness was so fleeting. In the 3rd month, Mirabelle's hair turned into golden locks. Frederick fell into a dilemma. All this while, he had yet to find an appropriate time to talk to Ariana about the deal he'd made with the enchantress, for fear that it would upset her. He knew she would give up her own life for Mirabelle. At the break of dawn, he decided to confront Dame Gothel and renegotiate the deal with her. "Dame Gothel, it's me, Frederick."
"Why, come in. I hope you brought my gift."
Dame Gothel opened the door with her magic.
"How dare you come alone? Where is my baby?"
roared Dame Gothel. "Please, we can't lose Mirabelle," begged Frederick.
"Mirabelle? What an outrageous name! Her name should be called Rapunzel. and she is mine.
Please, don't take her away. I'll give you anything, begged Frederick again.
Are you saying that you're willing to give up your wife instead? Asked Dame Gothel.
No, not my wife either. Anything else, please, pleaded Frederick.
A deal is a deal. I can't do anything about it, even if I wanted to. If I don't have Rapunzel by midnight, you can kiss your wife Ariana goodbye.
Dame Gothel slammed the door, leaving Frederick outside, helpless and alone. Frederick returned to Ariana and Mirabel. He couldn't hide his sorrow any longer. Ariana eventually found out the truth and was determined to protect Mirabel at all costs. A couple of hours before midnight, she went to see the enchantress herself. She carried with her most precious pearl necklace, hoping the enchantress would take it, thus spare her life and not take Mirabel away. Dame Gothel looked the poor mother in the eyes. She was suddenly reminded of her mother's eyes. Centuries ago, a powerful sorceress took her mother away when Gothel was only 5. She knew that the cruelest thing on earth was to separate a mother from her child. However, she was fully aware that reversing the spell would cost Ariana's life.
If I reverse the spell, you will be ill again and eventually die. Don't you understand, Ariana?
Said Dame Gothel regretfully.
So be it. I am ready to face my death, exclaimed Ariana.
Just then, the cuckoo clock chimed, and it was 1 hour before midnight. There must be another way, shouted Frederick, who just arrived at Dame Gothel's tower, carrying Mirabel tightly in his arms. Ariana, I can't lose you. I can't lose Mirabel either. But if I have to choose, I'll always choose you. Oh, Frederick, sighed Ariana.
Get a room, you two,
scorned Dame Gothel. Dame Gothel, please help us. There must be something you can do, begged Frederick.
Well, perhaps I can erase your memories of Mirabel so that the two of you wouldn't feel the pain of losing her, suggested Dame Gothel.
What do you think, Ariana? Asked Frederick.
I know we will be fine as long as Mirabel is still alive,
said Ariana. Right before midnight, Dame Gothel cast a spell to remove the existence of Mirabel in Frederick and Ariana's minds. And so, Dame Gothel raised Rapunzel as her own, weaving spells to keep her hidden from the outside world. She watched over Rapunzel with a mixture of love and possessiveness, fearing that the world beyond the forest would bring harm to her precious daughter. The end of Dame Gothel, the Misunderstood Mother, Part 1. Dear listeners, the first part of the story you just heard serves as a poignant reminder of the power of love and the lengths we're willing to go to protect our family. It shows how important it is to be honest and open with each other, especially in times of crisis. It also teaches us to be cautious of the deals we make, as it can have far-reaching consequences that we may not foresee. Above all, it emphasizes the importance of cherishing our loved ones and the precious time we have with them. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story.